All right, we are live. Welcome. And I am Leah, the founder of Mythology Candles. Some of you guys know me from my music career, Leah, which is always spelled with all caps, Leah. And I started this whole candle fantasy brand based off my music, and it turned it into its own thing, which is so fun, and I'm just loving it. We've grown like crazy this year, and we have a lot of plans for some amazing candles. And today we are featuring a very special one that just released yesterday, so it's now live. You can totally go and get this at mythologycandles.com, and that is Troll, the cave troll. All right, cool. And I'm just getting set up somebody to introduce you to in just a minute. All right, cool. So before I introduce you to my guest, I'm going to make sure that you guys can hear me and see me okay, because I'm going to show you the candle. All right, looks like we've got some people joining. Hey, guys. And I've got here with me the candle. Okay, so this is just our standard box here, our Mythology Candles box. And actually, what's really cool about these boxes is they have a map on them. And some of our boxes, if you take them apart and spread it out on your table, you'll actually see the full map. I don't know if you knew you could do that, but it's just a really cool thing you can try. So I'm going to open this candle and let's talk about it. So yeah, super excited about this one, you guys. I was thrilled, and just to show you guys the inside of this box, if you've never had one of these, like I said, the whole thing unfolds into a cohesive map. All right, so I'm gonna introduce you to this first, and then we'll talk after, and I'll take questions. Okay, so here's the box. This is the candle, Cave Troll, and it comes with a dust cover, which I'm really excited about. So certain candles right now that we have released are coming with dust covers and not lids. And we're kind of starting to move away from those metal lids. So some of you guys will notice that our amber collection still has our custom wooden lids. So we're keeping those, and they are gorgeous. So this is our new dust cover, and this is the candle. And yeah, okay, so if you haven't seen it yet, the scene is a massive gray-skinned monster lumbers into view. Slow but hostile, he hides in his damp cave until dusk, lest the sunlight turn him to stone. The notes are packed earth, mossy stone walls, decaying leaves, and mushrooms. Now, I've seen some questions about the mushrooms asking, Leah, is it like a really strong mushroom smell? I hate mushrooms. I don't really like mushrooms. And I'll tell you, no, you don't. Mushrooms is not a dominant note. It's more of a soft note, and it just really, the notes that stick out are like the earth. Okay, so it's like damp earth, dirt, kind of that musty, mildewy moss, like you're in a wet cave in the middle of the forest. That's all I can say is it's exactly what it's like. What it sounds like is exactly how it smells. So I'm going to light this, and then I want to know, see, here's the thing. I designed these scents myself, and we work with a perfume house to actually get them just right and formulated for our wax. And when I was doing several different iterations of this, I knew I did not want a candle that smelled like something you would get at Bath & Body Works or anywhere else. This is an immersive candle. This is definitely like a novelty fragrance that you will not smell anywhere else except for Mythology Candles. Nobody could even try to knock this off because it's so original, and I created it. So, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. But I want to know what the rest of my crew thinks there at the warehouse. They're pouring this right now. They're making this. So I really want to hear what they think. So I'm going to bring on for you our production manager, and she's going to go around and ask people what they actually think of this and what games they would play with this. And by the way, I was inspired by Lord of the Rings Cave Troll, but I also have this big book right here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this book. Brian Fowd, I'm not sure if that's how I say his name. And they have other books on fairies and stuff as well. But this book is huge. It's massive. and amazing artwork and all kinds of different folklore and stuff surrounding trolls. So it's really cool. You definitely want to burn this with a game. So let me bring in Alex, and let me see, where are you? Looks like she might still be joining. So, okay. So just hang on, Alex. I'm going to bring you in. And there you are. Now let me make sure that you are unmuted. Can you unmute yourself, or do I need to unmute you?
I can unmute myself. Can you not hear me?
Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to double check if anybody else. I'm going to throw on my headphones because I actually think that that's where your audio is coming in. So I'm going to throw these babies on. Okay, say something.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
don't
totally hear you.
super good.
You don't hear me, hey?
Okay, now I'm good.
Okay, awesome.
We got it working.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so Alex is at the warehouse, and I'm dying to know, does this candle smell disgusting, or is it good? What is it? We want to hear your thoughts, and we want to hear everybody else's thoughts that are there at the warehouse.
It does smell good, and I'll go around. I'll ask everybody else. So here, I'll switch to actually see people better.
And your audio sounds really good, by the way.
Perfect. That's good. All right, so let's switch this around. So we'll go over to our production manager first. How's the video looking? It seems like it's a little choppy. Are we still getting that?
Yeah, we're still getting it.
Perfect. So we got our production manager, Michael, here. Now, we were a little unsure about Troll Candle because it did, you think about smelling trolls, it doesn't sound like that would be great.
Right.
What do you think of it, though?
Well, so let me paint you a picture, Alex. It's June 1997. It just rained for the last week. And you, in your little child form, go outside. And you play in it, you get grass-stained knees, and you have a good time. That's Troll. That's the Troll Candle.
All right, well, that's a pretty detailed. How long were you thinking on that one? Oh my God, that's magical. That was very good. Thank you for that, Michael.
Wow, thank you.
Yes, that was a very good one. It definitely has like a woodsy, earthy smell to it, which is nice.
Yeah.
So as you can see, we got like a lot of stuff going on here.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go over to one of our newbies, Blake. Now, how do you feel about this new Troll Candle?
I really like it. It's really earthy but clean at the same time, which is strange. But I really like it. It kind of reminds me of like a wet garden. Yeah, I really love it.
Yeah, so I mean that's definitely like kind of something that people are saying is like you can tell that there's dirt.
Yeah.
You can definitely get the dirt smell, but it's not gross.
Right.
Like it's more of a pleasant smell. So now, Kirill, you're working on some of our other candles right now, but how do you feel about Troll Candle? Are you getting kind of the same vibes as others?
On the earthy bit, absolutely. I really like. I like it personally. I'd say it's like the best possible version of a peat bog. So
yeah,
it's something I want. I like burning it, but I imagine that some people would want it more for the atmosphere, less for the smell. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean, like, what kind of atmosphere do you think this would be good at creating?
Like, an actual sense of being somewhere deep in the forest. Like there is definitely some kind of sense that like a rotting tree in the distance, but again, the better part of that smell. So
right.
There's a positive and a negative to it, and I really like that part. It's balanced.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, do you have an idea what you would use this with?
Personally, if I was hosting a D&D session in my house with people, I'd definitely burn this candle for some sort of forest campaign.
Yep.
Forest campaign. This is our forest leg of the campaign. So now we're switching over. Savannah is hard at work on a bunch of tail packs. We go through those like crazy. So Savannah, I know you don't super want to be on camera, but would you just give us an idea of what you think Troll Candle kind of smells like?
I feel like it smells like when you go hiking out in the summer, because you get that like warm dirt and like tree smell. Once again, it's very pleasant, and the best part of that smell is not like a bad smell, but it very much smells like you're going out hiking.
Now, I've also heard you come up with some ideas that weren't necessarily D&D. What were you thinking as a good way to use this candle?
I'm a VR player, so like virtual reality, and there's a game called like The Wizard, and I feel like it's something like that where you have your headset on and you have like 360 view where you see everything. That putting a candle like this on, where you smell the trees and the muskiness from the earth, um, it just like really helps make it feel like you're actually there in your VR game. It just creates a really
That's very cool.
alive, adventurous atmosphere.
Yeah, so like a whole sensory kind of thing is basically like with VR, which I think is a really great use for these candles because they set a mood. So I
Yeah.
mean that's something that you can do with this is you can just kind of really immerse yourself in there. So next we've got our shipping specialist Luke helping out with the box making. Now, what are you thinking about Troll Candle?
I think it's a really decent smell. I think that it really reminds me of
Hey, can you hold the mic up a little closer to him?
Definitely.
the forest theme really works. It kind of reminds me of like a petrichor scent, like you're walking through the woods after a fresh rain with like um, the damp forest floor and coming across the cave, and not necessarily anything insidious, but I really like it. It's a great scent.
Do you have any like games in mind that you think it would work really well with? Because I know you are writing your own D&D campaign, stuff like that. So, what do you think?
I think it's great for that aspect of gaming. I think you can definitely do a bog or a forest, like Kirill said, and that would really work well. I also think it could provide you some immersion with maybe Skyrim when you're delving and fighting Draugr and the random cave troll. Yeah,
Yeah, that's something that's really
Awesome.
cool because there are like so many games that have trolls in them. So, I mean, you can really just go to town. So
Oh,
next,
yeah.
let's visit our master shipper Sabrina. So, you were a little concerned about troll. How are you feeling about it now?
It's
Be truthful.
it's okay. It smells like my grandma's house. I like it though. I like it. Um, it's really refreshing. It makes me think of like when all of my family were together, because that's the only time we would go to my grandma's house. So it smell really good. I like the smell. It smells really refreshing and like a hint of like an old time smell of like old perfume. Like it's a really distinct smell. I like it a lot. I just got one the other day and took it home, and it's in my living room, and that's like the best place for it, is where it's just like a homey smell.
Is your grandma the one that has a ton of plants?
Actually, it's her mother, so my great grandma, and yes, she has a lot of plants. So that was another smell too, having all the freshness of the plants with the freshness of the like smell. It was just really calming. And that's what I like about that candle. It's a calming candle. I like it.
Awesome. So, I mean, we definitely are not getting like the notes of danger that you would normally get with seeing a cave troll. So let's circle around. We got Davis over here working on some more pouring and whatnot. So you haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to get whiffs of the troll, but what are you thinking about it so far?
I actually really like it, and I've always really liked it. I know not everyone was super excited about it when it first came out, but I really actually like earthy smells, so I've always really liked it. But it really reminds me of, I think some other people were saying this, but it reminds me of walking through a forest like in the fall when it's just rained and like there are a bunch of wet leaves, and it's really refreshing and earthy.
Yeah, and like we've had people say like rotting trees, which at first you would think that's not a great smell, but actually, I mean, if you've been, for hikes and stuff like
Yeah.
that, it's a really nice smell.
If you live in the Pacific Northwest, it should
it.
should smell really familiar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, we
hike
also have some fan art.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Just so you know, we just got some fun fan art over here.
Oh.
So yeah, these candles are in nice black vessels. So we're getting ready to pour a bunch of them right now as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, just you can show everybody around just a little bit. Like we kind of got a little bit of a gist, but yeah, just even to see like how big is the warehouse, because sometimes we just see
Yeah.
pictures of candles. Like, is there a good spot where you can kind of see the whole place?
Yeah, so let me walk over here. Rows and rows and rows of candles that we're making. So this is kind of like our shipping area. So like we have our 10 ounces that we stack up here. And so we kind of separate them by candle type and everything. And then it may look like we're kind of caging the shipping department in, but they like it, I swear.
Yeah,
And then
they're allowed
so
to
this
leave.
is they are allowed to leave. We do let them leave. So yeah, this is basically where we all enter, and then you can see it goes for a while, but we are using up as much space as we can.
Yeah, we're
we are
bursting at the
definitely growing.
seams. Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And so we got all of our
Whoa.
2 ounces.
The video
line
went.
up here.
Video's going a little bit wacky. Must be
Ooh, I'm
a
seeing
connection. Are you seeing it?
Yeah.
I'll try minimizing for a second because it did that before and then it came back, so it's probably just a connection thing.
Yeah, it was weird and kaleidoscopy.
Yeah, so everybody who's here right now, do you have any specific questions about this candle? Because we'll try to answer it. I'm not seeing too many, just like people being excited for it and just kind of relating to some of the scents. Are you able to see the comments?
I cannot, but I can, if you read them, I can super answer them.
Yeah, let me see, because I think I can actually make it so you can see the comments.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. But let's see if anybody has any questions. Someone says, look at all those candles, pure heaven. Sarah says, live in Washington State and being in the forest is my happy place. So excited for this candle. So it's not like a typical like nice foresty like Christmas tree smell. Not that kind of tree smell. It's like they said, like the decaying trees. And you know, like when you go into the forest on a hike in Washington or in the Pacific Northwest, and you go during the rainy season, and you know those trees that are completely covered in moss, like every branch has moss all over it. It's like that smell, and like you can smell the mud, you can smell the earth, you can smell the leaves. It's really earthy, like the earthiest smell we have. So it's the definition of earthy. So
yeah, and it's a great smell. Like especially if you love living in the Pacific Northwest, you're gonna love like the smell of this. It's really reminiscent of home.
Yeah. Hey Alex, your video's still funky. What if you try jumping off and then back on? Let's see if that fixes it.
All right, let's see what happens.
All right, yeah. So it's not an oak moss smell. Oak moss is like powdery, and this is a lot more citrusy. So there's like the earth, like dirt kind of earth, and then I gave it a citrus type of a finish so that it's actually pleasant. Okay, you're back and it looks totally good.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I was just saying to her, Wendy was asking if it has an oak moss smell, and I was saying oak moss has like a powdery scent, and this is more of like a nice citrus finish to it. So that's what gives it like the more pleasantness. So it's like a spring. It's like the decay from wintertime when everything was decaying, and then spring is around the corner, and it's got this like citrus to it. It just makes it pleasant. So that was my trick, and that's why I worked really hard on this candle to make it as realistic as possible, while also making sure it wasn't totally gross. And it needed to smell like a cave troll, but also that you would enjoy burning it too, because sure, I can make something realistic, but you might not want to burn it that very often. So this is something I think some people will like, and it's definitely not something you will find anywhere else. You will not find a candle like this. They don't even make a fragrance oil like this. This is a customized fragrance oil that I made myself, and we worked with a private company to formulate it just right for our wax. So it's really, really original. And I can't wait to see what people think of it.
Yeah, I mean, if our customer base is anything like the warehouse, they're gonna love it. I mean, we're definitely on board for it. We were worried because you hear cave troll, that doesn't exactly bring up like oh, that's gonna smell great. Like you kind of get worried, but no, it does smell really good. It smells like being in kind of like a wet forest.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. We have Lisa said, just ordered. So excited for this one. In Pennsylvania, we also get some of that wet wood smell back in the woods, but there's different vibes in the fall and spring. Spring is more of a green, wet earth smell, and fall is more decay, rich wood. Would this be more like the springy green, wet earth, or the autumnal, dark decay, wet earth smell? Either way, can't wait. What do you think? What's your opinion?
I feel like it's more spring.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more of a fresh kind of smell, not necessarily like fresh decaying stuff. Everything's dying. I feel like it's more of a spring and a green smell.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think green when I'm smelling it.
Yeah. I'm smelling it now, and it is definitely, it's like the best of both worlds. So you're definitely getting the earth and the decay, and you're definitely getting some spring citrus. And it is just, it's hard to describe. It really is. But I think you guys will find that it goes just perfectly with any kind of gaming. Like this, honestly, you could also light this when watching Lord of the Rings, like all those orc scenes, reading about that, anything like that. It would just go so perfectly.
Yeah, it really does like set a scene for you.
Absolutely. Cool. Anything else you guys want to show us behind the scenes?
Oh man. Gosh. It's funny because you like spend so much time here, you don't know what's interesting and what's not.
Yes.
It just becomes your home. I mean, we are constantly like prepping and creating candles here, and right now we're making them look pretty over here.
Yep.
We've got a lot of ones. We kind of remelt the tops so they have a nice clean finish and everything.
Mm-hmm. Someone asked if those are our candles being poured right now. Yes, they are. That we make all of our own candles in our own warehouse, and we don't make any candles for anybody else. They're all ours.
Mm-hmm.
And someone else asked, is there anyone in the warehouse who might be prone to migraines, and do they find that this candle triggers it or not?
I mean, we haven't had that issue, and for us, because we put all the wax in a huge melter, kind of like the ones you're seeing along the wall there, and then we add the fragrance, and it really fills the entire room with the fragrance. So we're really just kind of immersed in it. And so if any of us were going to have a reaction, it would be here. And honestly, most of us like have no issue. Every once in a while, someone might get like a little headache after a long time of being just surrounded in scent.
Yeah.
But no.
But people have no idea how strong it is too. Like
exactly. It's
like
it
wow.
fills the entire warehouse. Like this entire space, all this space.
Yeah.
All you smell is that candle.
That's right.
So,
yep.
And it's strong too.
That's right. So a couple more questions we got in. Let's see. Did I catch that one? Okay. So we answered yours, Ashley. There's a couple more. How limited is the Cave Troll run? I know that we're running it for 10 days only for this first batch. That's them pouring it right now, I believe. Is that the one?
Yes.
Yep.
We're. I don't know exactly how many we've gotten up to just yet, but yeah, it's several hundred. So.
Yeah, and I think we are. Yeah, so I know we're running it for 10 days. I don't know what the exact number is of how many we're able to make in this batch, but I know 10 days is our cutoff, so that we can get them all out to everybody right away. And then let's see. Another question was, what does the warehouse smell like? Do you make batches? In certain scents each day, like today is bearded tree day, or do you mix smells in manufacturing each day? So just wondering how the smells are mixing.
It's really based on need. So we can ask. We got our production manager Michael here. So, is there any rhyme or reason to the fragrances that you pour, or do you just kind of like mixing everything together for us?
Wait, hold on. Repeat that question.
Do you pour things so that they smell similar, or do you really just kind of put everything together? It's all based on need.
I mean, it's always based on need. Mostly that, a little bit of trying to keep things spicy around here. Mix in a little bit of, our double breakfast candle with some bearded tree. People love that one.
So yes, our mix master definitely likes to keep us on our toes. So we really don't have a theme for any one day. It's just a mishmash of all of them. So sometimes it smells awesome. Other times it smells weird. But it definitely always smells very strongly in the warehouse.
Yes. Yeah. And someone was just clarifying. They're wondering if any of those specific candles that they're seeing are ending up in their homes. So
It's
yes.
possible. We got the max amount we can make in a batch is about 250, give or take.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, to get up to maybe the most recent orders, maybe not. But the first 240, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the camera's being totally wacky again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it wigging out again?
It is.
Weird.
But I've got some more questions. Is it as strong? Is as strong as Dwarven Forge or stronger?
I'd say it's about on par with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think a lot of our candles tend to be around about the same strength when you burn them. Things like Ranger might be a little bit stronger, but for the most part, we keep the fragrance load the same, so it should be round about the same.
Sam says some guy in middle school called me a cave troll when I asked him out. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh no! Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah,
middle school's rough.
She had the laughing cry emojis though, so maybe you should send him this candle. Yeah, you should send him this candle as a gift to.
And ask him if this is what he meant.
Right. John says, I love burning mythology candles when I'm playing fantasy adventure board games with my kids. It really helps to set a great mood. Yeah, that is awesome. And that's something we want to get more into as a family as well. It counts as family time, right? So
absolutely.
I think we should do that. Yeah.
Anytime you get to play games as a family is definitely family time.
Totally. Someone asked if Cave Troll comes in a 2-ounce size, and no, it doesn't. When we're not doing sample packs of things, we're usually not doing a 2-ounce. But you never know. Sometimes, every once in a while, we're now adding a mystery 2-ounce. When you order over a certain amount, we add a 2-ounce in. So maybe in the future we'll add this to that. But hey, it looks like your camera is behaving again. So there we go.
Yeah, the warehouse doesn't always have like the best reception, so it may just not want to play nice all the time.
Totally. Well, guys, this has been awesome. And if we don't have any more questions, then we will sign off. We're just super excited to be able to show you a little bit behind the scenes of actually making these candles. I love watching this, by the way. If you get a close-up of watching the wax go in, and you can actually see some of the wax like cooling already, like as soon as it gets into the container. It looks so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to watch. Oh, we just ran out of wax. Had to go fill it up again.
Go fill it up quick. Someone asked any planned companion candles for Cave Troll, like Cave Troll's girlfriend. No plans just yet, but you never know. We're always bringing out new candles, so just keep giving me ideas, and you might see something like that.
Cave Troll's girlfriend does sound interesting, though.
Yeah,
what would we name? What you could come up with?
Yeah, what would we name her?
Helga? Is that?
Yeah. What's Shrek's wife called? What's her name?
Oh, her name is Fiona.
Fiona, right? Yeah. Okay, so I think we've got some weird reception happening at the warehouse,
bizarre.
so that's good. But you know what? This was really awesome, guys. This is what we wanted to bring you on for, to show you the candle, talk about the candle. Thank you, everybody at the warehouse, for sharing your thoughts and opinions on the scent. I think that people are going to be excited, and this should be the most immersive. I personally think it's one of the most immersive candles we have, just because of what a novelty scent it is. It really smells like the real deal. If you just love the deep in the forest, and you love those decaying leaves and that earthy, mushroomy, damp smell, oh man, it's like the perfect Cave Troll smell. So Yeah, I'm excited to hear what everybody thinks when you've ordered. The candle is live. You can go get it on mythologicandles.com right now. And thanks everybody so much. And we will see you all next time.
See ya.
Bye, Alex.